you guys are staying informed as to what's going on right now. I don't want to be the person to give you your news, and I know a lot of you will say to me right now, you'll be like, Nay, you're the only person I get my news from. But here's the thing. Sometimes when you guys are watching the show, and those of you that are watching news programs and shit in the background, it's happened so many times on the show. Someone will be like, yo, man, bro, this is happening live right now. There's a shooting somewhere, something's going on, world event, whatever. And it's because other people are also watching other sources.
No loitering.
I just highly recommend, it's very important. I recommend you get involved in what's going on. You don't have to do anything other than pay attention. If you're moved to do something about it, even better. You know, but I don't want you guys turning a blind eye to current events right now, because things are really bad. You know, I was just looking at the when I started the show, a couple of the people I follow, Philip DeFranco and CoffeeZilla, both had Doomer fucking titles on both of their videos. I'm gonna watch. Hey, let's watch them, motherfuckers. How long has it been since we've actually reviewed some videos, guys? Huh? Let's do that. Philip DeFranco. I wonder if he copyright strikes for his content, you know, or if we can watch his shit. I don't know. I opened up another. There it goes. Open up another Linux. I have too many windows open. We're back up at 75,000, guys. We dipped underneath. We're at 74,879. Yeah. My bad. Oh, I see what happened. Oh my god. Holy shit, we're underneath. I fucked up on the chart difference. But you can still see it in yellow.
Yeah.
Though it's getting worse. Big heads up just with the big Bible verse. They can repair hang on just so on brand, and all this is potentially complicated. Data showing the young Republic is likely to attacks that are trying to find full information. Diverse from military sources concerning combat search and rescue mission, saying it meant to reflect Ezekiel 25:17. Right, so you have the maps with the 7
Rest easy beneath Solomon's gaze.
Bro, just come into this back alley here. Come on, come give me your money. That's honestly how it feels looking at articles like this. Dillard's is a company that just announced they're switching and pivoting to AI, and their stock jumped 600%. Right, that's CoffeeZilla. I don't want to review either
the will of
videos.
Solomon.
You missed the intro?
Solomon is
it was a good
he
one
the
too.
I'm here for any
it was
who
super
seek
powerful,
Solomon's
man.
grace.
It was like that dude Alex Jones when he talks about his Super Male Vitality product. It was like I took one of those Super Male Vitality. Excuse me, Nay. Hi everybody, Alex Jones here. Once again, I tell you, Nay, shut the fuck up. All right. He's gonna have to snort only half of a line of ultra potent Super Male Vitality in the morning if he's gonna have nice things. I tried to explain this to him. I also told him he's gonna have to wait at least 4 excruciating seconds before he goes back and sorts that second half of a line of ultra potent Super Male Vitality, because it is ultra potent. That, let me tell you, after he is done snorting that second line, half of a line, I'm so sorry, of ultra potent Super Male Vitality, he's gonna be ready to rock his podcast. He's going to rock that podcast down the block.
like no other podcaster ever has. And I'm here to tell you, as a witness, bearing witness upon this event, that Nay's Garden has officially changed its name to Trendy As Dabbers, and I am here to witness it happening. It is very exciting across all social media platforms. InfoWars doesn't hold a candle to Trendy As Dabbers. They are the OG of the podcast. And I will wait at least 4 excruciating seconds before I go back and sort that second half of the line of Ultra Potent Super Male Vitality. Because it is so Ultra Potent!
You came over to YouTube. Thank you, brother. Remember those thumbs ups? You guys, everybody that's watching on YouTube, make sure you click that thumbs up button. It's going to send out notifications. It works every time. I mean, a lot of people will show up and they might leave, but at least they show up, which is great. That's all I ask. They get a notification. They're like, hey, look at this guy here. What's he doing? Why is he doing it? It's not nice. What he's doing there isn't very nice. Yeah. It's not nice at all. I'm looking right at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, hey, that's not very nice what you did there. Sit down.
Come on,
Yeah,
you can do
hey,
it.
fucking sit down. Sit down. And you shut up. I'm doing the talking now, and you shut up. And you sit there, and you shut up, because you're no good, you. I told you. Shut up. You're no good. Let me tell you. You're fucking good. You sit there and shut up. You know why? Because you're very good, you! You are very good, my friend! I've been waiting a while to tell you, but you, my friend, you're very, very good. You're very good, you.
I'm betting my doctor told me I'm on HGH and testosterone, but I'm actually just on half a line of
Super Male Vitality because it's ultra potent. That is why Billy Ballantyne, when he's working on his projects in and around his home, he is definitely snorting only half of a line of ultra potent Super Male Vitality. Because it is so ultra potent. He, of course, no matter what he's working on, whether he's building an alien skeleton from the future, or possibly some sort of a sarcophagus with power, or some sort of a mummified mummy, it doesn't matter. Because Billy Ballantyne will wait at least 4 excruciating seconds while he's working on all of those projects before he goes to the super test. Because it is ultra potent. You know, he's not messing with the HGH and the testosterone. He's not self-injecting. He's only snorting half of a line of ultra potent. It is complete ultra potency. It has everything that you need in your daily regimen. It is all included. You get everything. All the minerals, all the vitamins, all of the resources that this Mother Earth has to offer. We serve it up to you perfectly packaged, sent to your door in bulletproof packaging. You will not find a better packaged product than our Super Male Vitality with ultra potent.
You're waiting for Hash Church's 419 episode to see what their take is on AI gardens if they produce better green. The world is coming to an end faster than I ever imagined. I mean, I used to use an O2 sensor. I didn't trust that motherfucking. Am I back in California? Chaplin Roger, if you're still there. No, I'm in Orlando, Florida. Those 4 seconds are ultra potently excruciating. Wow, look at this.
Asterisk, 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 dot, 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 dot. That was fun. Bottom of the hour, bottom of the hour, bottom of the hour. I am almost out of cannabis stabs. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch this. I'm going to switch to flour. I'm switching to flour. Switching to flour. He's switching to flour. Switching to flour. Switching to flour. It's 4:20, part of the hour. Ooh, there's cannabis. There's cannabis. Hey, ho, ho. Hey, ho. There's a kitty cat. Hey, oh. Look at this and that. Hey, oh. There's a kitty cat. Hey, oh. Well, just to look at that. Hey, are you looking? Oh, look. Are you looking at that? Oh, look at that. Just look. Are you looking? I'm looking right at it. Are you looking at it? Oh, look at that. Oh, are you looking? Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Are you looking? I'm looking at it. I am looking right at it. You want to shmeeny me? I'm smoking some flower, smoking some flower, smoking some flower, smoking some flower. I'm ready. No longer on cannabis. Cannabis isn't this for all. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Cyber. Yeah. Ed Bassmaster. He's great. He's great. Unreal. Nobody's even blowing smoke rings anymore, pal Z. What are you even doing? Not on my worst day, pal. Unreal. Psh. Flavorful and tasty. Let's extinguish that flame. IG is just like, yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. What else? We're back under 75K. Okay, that's right. So the thing is, it could go to 80 or 90. It could. I don't know what the low prediction is. I haven't really done like technical analysis long term for quite some time. I still just do These cats can stay at the door, right? I'm telling you. What do we got here? Yeah, I really just, I'm so happy, man. So fucking happy. And this shit right here, man. They got all that going on. How badass is that? How badass is that?
Forget about it. Forget about it. It's, you know, if you had like your own little Sea World in your yard, would you want to go anywhere? Would you want to do anything else? It's like all I want to do is I made that hill like this little hangout place now, little chill spot. I put a blanket down there. I blew it all off really nice, man. I cut stairs in. I made it so you can just lay right down on the ground. I popped my back on this perfect little berm that I've got right down there. And I'll sit there long enough and the little turtle comes up, pops its head up, starts eating and shit. I grab my phone, take some fucking video, put up another short on YouTube. And maybe while I'm down there, I see the hawks, or I see the deer, or I see a crawfish, you know, I'll tell you what I'm going to get a good video of. The little fish, the little mosquito fish swimming around, and the little bluegills swimming around inside where the turtle is. I got a video of them. There's so many of them here. Look at this. Look at all these fish. How fucking cool is that? Right next to the turtle. It's like an aquarium, man. It's like fucking, like I said, it's like SeaWorld right in my fucking yard.
Cave here on the map. We have the plate gloves of the shadows at the end of the boss.
Dude, it's all I want to do. The thing is Rogie, man, you got to keep your eye on him because he'll get up and he'll just walk off. So sometimes lately he's been chilling with us and he has been getting up. If he gets up, you know, we're like, you got to come back over, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But man, we're distracted and we're not paying attention and where's Rogie at? He's so short. Sometimes he's nearby, but he's just standing behind something, you know? But, yeah, he likes to take off, man. Cut out through the neighborhood and shit. And it's dangerous.
Alright, so first up we have the plate gloves of the shadows at the Everfrost Cave.
Robinson is running for office. He's trying to run for some representative here in the state of Florida. I don't know. It's like a district rep. I don't know if it's just local voting in that area. It probably is, but I'm not sure. But he's this guy that I've interacted with. Followed him on social media.
Here on the map. As you can see, I'm doing a little pan of the area for you so you can sort of get your bearings, but of course mark where I showed the cave on the map, and tucked in the side of the mountain
day when I'm texting somebody, I'm just gonna send them like 5 emojis in a row that have absolutely nothing to do with anything, just to confuse them. Like, duck, eggplant, electrics are easy to make too. All you have to do is put high voltage in your car. Let's try. Are the static
Mounted very hidden.
for making quality sift? Greek, really? Huh, that's your invention? Huh, how did I miss that? Is it simple technology or is it super complicated? I have questions. I need answers, bro.
As you can see, I'm doing a little pan of the air boots of the shadows, very nearby. I've tried to organize these easier for you. It's the north to the next river above the north. You can see just here, right next to the Everfrost Watchtower. Always nice to see.
Static charged bar in the end. It's relatively new design. Wicked cheap to make simple technology. Really? Mr. Nice Guy 420cc, what's up over there on the Instagram? Hello. There was a huge volume spike. It just came in, guys, right there. That big green line, right after Greek's name. That line goes all the way up. That was a huge volume spike. There was no response in the value when that happened, which is weird. actually a bumper pool table, but it's got a table cover over it. Doubles as a table. It's got my guitars sitting in the chairs around it. It's all cleaned up. That all looks nice. I got stuff all put away in the closet. Made the closet, organized the closet. I worked out in the creek today. I blew off that whole hillside with the blower. Blew off the driveway. Chilled with the turtle. And took the dogs out twice today. Fed the cats. Cleaned up both cat litter boxes. Starter's days tomorrow. They did a lot of vacuuming. That cat Harley. I'm gonna shave that motherfucker, dude. I'm gonna shave him down like a little pencil. He's gonna look like a. When I'm done with him, he's gonna look like a fucking snake. Stop throwing up, too. My name moves chart nay reel. Greek, I don't understand what you mean by that. My name moves chart nay. Name? Basically, you're adding a charge similar to a taser, to hot glue, or other polymers that dry to the electrics. What's up, y'all? Michael Haskey. What's up, Michael Haskey? We're chilling. I don't know where Grace is. Really bad habit trying to chase after a squirrel. It's like she's a crackhead. She can't help herself.
Now, a little bit further north to the next river above the north, you can see just here, right next to the Everfrost Watchtower, is where you want to go to get the plate armor itself. So you can see the object.
Whoa, those grasshoppers have gotten big. Munching on that fucking spider.
Black grasshoppers with a red stripe going down here. It's thin basic stripe going down both sides. You guys seen those little fuckers?
There's a bunch of them there. Looking at it. I'm looking right at them. Oh, look at that one. It's moving right there. Look at that. Are you missing? I'm looking at that. Look at that one. It's moving around. Look, they're all moving around. They're fucking munching. They're feasting on that fucking plant. Oh, they're on the flower. Look at them. They're eating the flower, dude, before the flower opens up.
Objects around us, you can grab the cloak. So head here on the map.
Dude, look at them go. Dude, I gotta get that shit on video. What am I doing? Holy shit. That's a goddamn viral video right there, man. right there, man. I'm gonna make this. It's just gotta be like 40 seconds.
It's time to grab the cloak. So head here on the map, right to the left of the actual ruins where the boss is, the Hohenmark ruins.
Video. Are you ready for this? Look at this. Bastards all over my fucking flower. Badass on my channel. I'll put it up tomorrow. It'll be the short that I put up tomorrow. Yeah, the computer in our car is junk. Now can't get it inspected until I get. Oh my god, hold on, please.
You can see the center pad down marked ruins. You can see the here on the map, right to the left of the actual ruins where the
National Geographic moment right there, right? I need to do tests with electrodes and dry sift, but there he has charged several checkpoint heads. I want people to know about it. Experiment. Oh, that's good. God, this is great for me clean. I've broken so many of these. Holy shit. Buddy. Oh wow. What are those, nay? Nice. They're fucking grasshoppers. They're like locusts. Anybody ever heard of Stilsy? OG420 Jr. No, I haven't. I should try to make bars of them for sifting Greek. OG420 Jr. 4. I glue keef on the pre-rolls. I wonder if there's a bird that eats these fucking grasshoppers. Because the lizards did take care of them. Now they're too. I bet you if I sprayed them with peppermint water, it'd fucking kill them. That they're eating on the spider. It's supposed to be poisonous. It's supposed to kill them. But maybe they're immune to it. Chickens, you eat them? Greek? Right? I don't like the smell of chicken shit. Never have. Yeah, I prefer earthworm castings, man. Bro, this fucking compost pile I have back here is doing so. Oh, there's Gracie. Gracie! Where you been, little gal? Kitty exchange window. Activated.
So head here on the map, right to the left of the actual ruins where the boss is, the Hohenmark ruins. You can see the center pad down there is where the boss will be. But if you come over to this section of the ruins, you can see the frozen river here as well, just to help orientate yourself so you can find this easier. And the ruins over there with the slanted pillar. This top part of this ruined area has a sort of interesting looking floor here that has a little glowy patch on
43.4% total gain on my stocks. That I told you. So I put in about 21,000 bought stocks. I bought like 19,000 stocks. It's now worth 26, 29. For a gain of $364. That's huge. I don't really give a fuck about that. $26,000 can sit there as far as I care.
on it. So what you want to do is stand roughly where I am, crouch, and then force palm with R3. This will rotate.
Those water rights companies are going to just end up making a lot more. They figure out a quicker, cheaper way to desalinate, take water out of the ocean. That would solve it. We have
The wall force palm. Interesting looking floor here that has a little glowy patch on it. So what you want to do is stand roughly where I am, crouch, and then force palm with R3. This will
rivers. Running off into the ocean. You tap into that water. Have an unlimited supply. You know what I'm saying? Oh. The cat is eating out of the dog bowl. The sky is red. The grass is purple. Everything is backwards and upside down. You've entered the bizarro world. Chickens, mostly known for their pods. They make free fertilizer. Drop of dish soap and olive oil. Spray 'em with that. Then wash plant off. Saved my neighbor's flowers. Those beetles that way, shit beetles that way. Yeah, that computer sucks. Romaine can't get to work because of it now, but shit happens. In June, Elon has launched a Terra Factory. He's teaming up with Intel to make vertical chips. It's part of the space X. Another winner right there.
rotate the wall around. And then next we'll go over to grab you the Vow of the Dead King. You want to come here on the map near Payloon.
Right,
It's a little bit further away. You can see in the Frostveld Castle.
Take care. I will see you tomorrow. Go back and watch the other two shows from today if you haven't seen them. They're quite intriguing, I might say. You might want to check out that morning show especially. Ooh, boy. Make sure you turn the volume way down. All right, you guys. Thank you again. I'll see you soon. Later, everybody.
convinced that was bullshit. It is. So, but lately, David Wilcock's entire scam has come crashing down. Scam after scam after scam we have covered him in. We have covered of his. And lately, he's gotten so boring that most of me thinks I don't want to waste my time on him when there's other scummy scammers that we could be covering to a greater audience, like our recent coverage of this quartering scumbag. Okay, he's not a UFO scammer, but he's still, in my opinion, the guy's scamming his audience.
Ruins. It'll be
So
this
tonight,
ruins here. You can see me
maybe
jump down from
sort
the
of a
sky so you get a little better
crossroads or a
view of it.
turning point
Now,
in our
inside this
coverage of
ruins, there will
David
be
Wilcock, because I have become so
a bunch of
Listen,
enemies that
if
you
I'm
will
not
want to
passionate
clear
about what I'm
out.
doing, I
I
don't
advise
wanna
just
do
clearing
it,
out the
and I'm
enemies are
just-
really easy even
just
earlier on in
not-
the game. If you
you
do
know, every
try and
week I
grab this
listen
earlier on,
to
they're not
his
super
stream
strong
and go,
enemies.
how
But what
am
you're
I
looking
supposed
for
to do
is
anything
this
with this?
staircase.
It's so boring. He's so beaten down and just so sad, right? His money's drying up. He's going to lose his house, many people are saying. He owes several $1 million to the government for taxes that he never paid. His Stavati aerospace scam is all coming crashing down. There's going to be a multi-million-dollar judgment against them soon, it appears, and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, dear skeptics, former fans of David Wilcock, and you people who I call his damaged disciples that I hear from constantly, you people that feel scammed by him, who once believed him and gave him a lot of money for his worthless courses. And really, anyone who's ever wasted a single second of their life on a David Wilcock video or podcast or material, anything from David Wilcock. So tonight, my friends, we gather around the digital funeral pyre. Today, we lay to rest not a man, but a scammy career. An over 3 decades long, multi-million-dollar scam that I believe has finally, gloriously, and spectacularly begun to completely implode. David Wilcock, the self-proclaimed reincarnation of Edgar Casey, the man who turned any day now into a business model, the UFO community's favorite punchline, and now biggest UFO lolcow. We're here to eulogize the end of an era, you might say. 30 plus years of promising disclosure, ascension, free energy, anti-gravity hover cars, secret space programs that were always just a few weeks away from gaining this so-called disclosure. And of course, the endless promises for the Ascension event that never came, just like his wife. 30 plus years of selling hopium in a bottle, which is actually just pseudoscience and borrowed conspiracy theories. It was all just hot air, friends, and recycled 90s new age cliches. And now his views are cratering. The lawsuits are beginning to really affect him. And of course, the IRS is knocking like a repo man who's done being polite on his very door. Oh, David Wilcock, you magnificent delusional disaster. You spent decades of your life telling the world the good guys in the military-industrial complex, the so-called alliance, were about to hand us free energy and flying saucers and anti-gravity. Instead, you made your audience hand you all their money. And then you handed millions of that money to Stavati Aerospace, a company that Wikipedia itself treats like a punchline. Director of Advanced Technology? Aren't you the same guy that had to call the fire department to change smoke detector batteries in your house? Please. The only thing advanced about Stavati is how fast it could suck investor cash into their void while building exactly nothing. 0 aircraft. And coincidentally, they've been in business for 30 years, just like David Wilcock's scam career. And of course, their contractors suing David Wilcock's company for unpaid
it's a little bit
bills.
further away. You can see
An
in the Frostville
investor
Castle
calling it a
ruins.
straight-up
It'll be
Ponzi
this
scheme
ruins
in the
here. You
court
can see me jump.
documents and an investment scam. They had their tax subsidies yanked. They had eviction notices for part of their property flying at them. Stavati is getting sued into oblivion. Or maybe it's not getting sued into oblivion because it's already in oblivion. They've never done anything. And of course, we're all riding shotgun. David Wilcock is, of course, riding shotgun for that company with a $2 million receipt in your pocket and a smile that says, any day now, Stavati will get new investors and funding. And the IRS, David Wilcock, they don't send you a polite reminder when you owe them millions of dollars. They take your house. They send liens, audits. And now the cold realization that David Wilcock's cosmic income stream was never cosmic enough to cover basic math. David Wilcock's YouTube numbers are down, way down. The algorithm may have finally caught on that imminent ascension gets fewer clicks than kitten videos. David Wilcock's income is completely and totally tanking. He can't even pay his basic household expenses. His household bills are stacking up like his failed prophecies. He can't even keep the lights on or the heat on in his house, some people say. And that multi-million-dollar house, of course, was once his proof that the universe rewards the enlightened. Buddy, the universe is about to send you an eviction notice with a side of karmic laughter. This is the part where the eulogy for his scam career gets funny. Because holy shit, the irony is the chef's kiss. A guy who spent 30 years warning us about the deep state cabal got absolutely caballed by a fake aerospace company and his own tax returns. The psychic who nailed 0 major prophecies now can't even predict whether his own power gets shut off next month. The man who promised us all a golden age of enlightenment while claiming that he took golden showers to get superpowers, now he's staring down the barrel of becoming the UFO community's first high-profile homeless locale. Just picture this. David Wilcock, once the king of divine cosmos, reduced to couch surfing while muttering about how the negative elites are totally behind his lack of PayPal donations. The grift is over, folks. 30 years of just wait, ascension is coming, finally ran out of road. 30 years of just wait, disclosure is coming next week, again has finally run out of road. David Wilcock scammed too hard. He promised too much, and he delivered exactly nothing except a mountain of broken dreams and Reddit threads titled
Down from
"Is
the
Stavati
a lot of
even
tried
for
it for the
real?"
next this way.
His reputation cooked, cemented forever as the patron saint of UFO locales.
Down.
The guy who
Cutting
turned
slashes
Trust the Plan
inside the
into
room is
Trust
going
Me
to be
Bro,
the
the
actual
checks in the
boss
mail
weapon
from the
itself,
secret
and
space
it is
program.
really fun to use. It looks
But
really
tonight,
cool.
we're not here
It's
to
a very
mourn.
decent weapon.
We're
and
here to
it's upgraded
celebrate,
as well. Get the
because
helmet.
this
Then we've got an
cosmic con
alternative
man has
option, the
finally
dark
been
marksman
exposed
plate cloth. It looks
by the one
so
force
awesome. I actually
even
think I
he
like the look of
can't
this
control.
helmet even more.
And
It's
that
actually a
is
cloak that comes
reality.
with a helmet built in. It
No more
overwrites your
endless
helmet, so it's
live
actually a
streams,
cloak
David
that we're grabbing
Wilcock
here.
begging for
You want to come
super
here on the
chats
map
while
to the
dodging the
Warriors
tax
Soul
man.
cloak
No
we're
more
grabbing
books
here.
recycling the same unfulfilled soon prophecies. The audience, David Wilcock, has moved on, and maybe I should too. Because the money's gone, not just for David, but for me covering him. And David Wilcock's multi-million-dollar house is probably next. David Wilcock, your 30-year career of scamming the hopeful, the lonely, the vulnerable, and the credulous is officially deceased. It's dead. Your scam career is now dead, David Wilcock. And you didn't just fail upward, you failed spectacularly downward. Straight into the history books as the guy who turned pseudoscience, disclosure, angel prophecies, and Q-tard nonsense into a punchline so legendary, even the aliens are probably laughing at you, David Wilcock. So may your scam career rest in pieces, old friend. The grift is over. The locale portion of your career has only just begun. And the rest of us, we're finally free to touch some grass and laugh, especially if we ever wasted any time on you. Thank you, my friends. All right, so we're gonna thank some kind and generous benefactors. Shave Recruiter says Suffolk Wilcock. So for those unaware, Ambergeddon goes in his chat and trolls him, and this last time she needed a new account, so she created an account called Shave Your Cooter. David Wilcock, he read it, but he didn't read it out loud. Maybe he realized what that meant, Shave Recruiter. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Very generous of you. Becky Becky G with one for the goal and is also a member. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support of the show. Becky G simply says, glad I found you recently. Well, thank you. And thank you for helping us to praise the cash. I've praised a lot of cash covering David Wilcock, but the truth is it's drying up. If you want to see me continue, you have to support the shows. I'm wage quitting. I may wage quit David Wilcock, just like Darkside Phil wage quits games that don't make him enough money. But thank you, Becky G, both for being a member and for your kindness, and one for the goal, helping us to praise the cash.
Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cash, praise the cash, praise the cash.
Okay, thank you for your kindness. And I'll take a moment to recognize in and welcome in the live chat, whether you're chatting on Twitter or Facebook or Kick, or Twitch, or our main hub here on YouTube. You are most welcome. I will take a moment to check in with the Kick live chat as well. Winter Soldier just sent a skull emoji. 50 kicks. Thank you very much. And we have Bandu just followed the channel. By the way, go over to our Kick channel. It's True Seeker Show on Kick. We appreciate the follow. If you follow us during the live broadcast, I give everybody a shout out. Heaven of Ard Vishers just followed the channel. Harry Dresden Real followed the channel. Sound1234 followed the channel. And Mars1325 just followed the channel. And we've got Let's Maga sent one kick. Let's Maga loves throwing pennies at me. He used to send dollars. I don't know what happened. And we thank Soil Alpin AD. Steven, get a few streams. I'm watching. Steven, get a few screws and watching Wilcock's hair leaving. It's all he's really got left. I think you messed that up. I don't know what that. Get a few screws. I'm watching David. Yeah, we're all watching David Wilcock's hair leaving. Thank you, Soil Alpin, longtime show supporter, for your kindness, generosity, and support. So,
get the full armor set.
What we're going to do is we're going to do the show a little bit different tonight.
If I'm rich,
because
no. I'm far from fucking rich. I had to fucking take a loan to get a new PC. My old PC died on me, and I couldn't live without a PC, so I had to fucking take a loan to get a new PC. So I'm gonna pay off on this shit until I die, dude. It was fucking expensive. But it's fucking kick-ass. It's kick-ass. It really is. Hey, and thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate that. Cheers to that. Yeah, and it's running it real nice. Though I'm only in 1080 because of my monitor. I only got a 24-inch monitor. So running it in 1080, but it's maxed out on fucking everything. Even reconstruction on. I could actually go down in frame generation. Graphic all on cinematic and high, and it fucking, I'm getting fucking 250 plus frames per second. 275 right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One, should this be the last time? One of the last times. By the way, I'm not definite in my decision. I may return to covering Wilcock if he gets worthy of covering again, or if the support improves. But I think I've done more to destroy David Wilcock's history of scams and scamming than anybody on the internet, and I'm very proud of that.
Jesus,
what we do here, my friends, is a public service. We are alerting the public to this new age fraud scammer and his various scams. So I thought, for once, I would do a proper synopsis of the David Wilcox scams that we have covered. Isn't that interesting? Is that better? Not much. All right, we'll just do it at the regular speed. I don't have PowerPoint, but you know, in honor of David Wilcox, thinking that if you put it on a slide, it's true, I decided to make some slides for tonight. So we're going to go through just a synopsis of his scams, and these are all scams that we have covered and exposed here on Truth Seekers. 1998 to the year 2000, we exposed his The Ascension is Coming Soon scam, where he took money for psychic readings, telling people that a big solar flash was going to happen and we'd all get rainbow light bodies and superpowers, right? And there's other scams in between here. I consider each of his books scams. One of his books, the whole book is filled with stories from Pete Peterson, who was a fake doctor, a fake scientist, a fake inventor, a fake early computer pioneer. That's a scam. It's consumer fraud. You're telling people these stories are true. Dr. Pete Peterson, he wasn't a doctor. He was a complete and total fraud. So the books I didn't include here. Then we have 2010 to 2012. We had the Ascension is Coming Soon scam, part 2, where David claimed that the Mayan calendar date would result in us all getting rainbow light bodies and telekinetic superpowers. We'd all be able to levitate and more. And leading up to this scam, it was buy my book so you'll be prepared for the coming Ascension event. That was the scam. There's always some urgency with him for why you have to buy his crap. And that's what it is. For those unaware, his books have been proven to be 50 to 60% copy and paste plagiarized from other people's work. So it's not even anything original what he does. And then, of course, probably his biggest and most successful, at least financially, scam was 2015 to about 2022, the secret space scam with Corey Good. Corey Good gave a sworn deposition as the plaintiff in a federal trademark intellectual property lawsuit that he filed in U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. And in the multi-hour video deposition taken on a single day, and I believe that day was October 10th, 2022, Corey Good admitted under oath that his famous secret space program stories and claims, including encounters with blue avians, spear beings, adventures on Mars and in other galaxies, Anshar, 20 and back time travel missions, and physical space travel were not literal real-world experiences like he and David Wilcox claimed. He described them instead as his own creative intellectual property. Stories, dream, meditative, astral experiences were entertainment content that he had created and tried to trademark. Sphere Being Alliance, Blue Avian, 20 and back, and more he tried to trademark. He explicitly stated in that deposition that he had never even physically been to space or participated in any such off-world programs as a real government whistleblower. The depositions were initially treated as confidential by his counsel, but excuse me, by his lawyer. Let's try this again. The deposition videos were initially treated as confidential by his lawyers, but were later ruled non-confidential by the court in a May 8th, 2023 order. I received the depositions before anybody else, and I was the first to publish them publicly in late 2022. They quickly became widely discussed and mocked in UFO and conspiracy circles, with podcasts and UFO YouTube channels analyzing them by December and January of 2022. This is the exact event people refer to as the famous legal deposition, where Corey Good effectively admitted that his entire television show with David Wilcox, his core SSP stories, were fictional, fabricated, made up for content IP purposes. Court records and the publicly available deposition footage confirm that Corey Good admitted under oath he'd never even been to space. So that was my most incredible coverage, and we were very lucky that somebody chose to give those depositions to me first, knowing that we were covering Corey Good's scam and saying that his stories were fake. And isn't it interesting that Corey Good sued a bunch of people who dared to say his stories were fake, and then admitted under oath that the stories were fake, just like his critics.
Searching for sturdy blades?
He said. I wasn't
Every
one to
warrior
get sued, though Corey Good has
My
threatened to sue
skills
me
are
multiple
always at your
times, as had
disposal.
David Wilcock. And next, we get the 2019
If you
present.
want
See,
something
some of these
unique,
scams overlap.
Just ask.
David Wilcock is such a prolific scammer that he's got multiple scam irons in the scam fire at a time. It's not one scam at a time. And in making these slides, I was reminded that he usually has several scams overlapping. 2019 to present was the hover car, free energy, and Stavati aerospace scam. And David Wilcock sold a $333 course where he claimed that he knew the secrets of free energy, and he knew the secrets of anti-gravity. And if you just give him $333, you'd be able to do it too. But nobody that took his expensive $333 course was ever able to produce either free energy or anti-gravity or a hover car. So I'm calling this a scam. And by the way, in the past, I've been very careful and used words like allegedly. Tonight, I'm not doing that. All of these things that we have covered are scams. They're scams. David Wilcock scammed the public with each of these things. So, Stavati Aerospace, my friends, what a joke that was. Stavati Aerospace has been collecting investor money for, I believe, 30 years, and they've never produced a single airplane, a single airplane product, a single airplane service. But David Wilcock is scamming the public, telling everyone that his CEO worked on Area 51 projects and worked on secret government programs, and even created,
I commend what others
what was
deem
it,
ruin.
1,000 spaceships for the secret space program. This is all a scam. And in court documents, a former investor who invested $1 million in the David Wilcock Shady Aerospace Company described the company as a Ponzi scheme and investment scheme. And in the same court records, Stavati essentially admitted to being a Ponzi scam, saying they were waiting on new investor money so they could pay the old investors off. That is the textbook definition, my friends, of a Ponzi scheme. There's always been a lot more lies and scams that David Wilcock has perpetrated against the public, even claiming that this Christopher Beskar created spaceships for the Star Wars prequels, and George Lucas was so happy about the Star Wars spaceships he made for the films that they then named Beskar armor for the Mandalorian after Christopher Beskar. Well, our roving, wonderful investigative journalist, John Christian Spadavecchia, tracked down the writer of Mandalorian, who said, "Oh no, I've never heard of this guy." And there's been numerous other claims about Christopher Beskar. Oh, he worked on top secret government projects. The guy is a scammer. David Wilcock is a scammer. And David Wilcock apparently got scammed by this company too, because apparently he gave them, by some reports, $1.5 million, by some reports, $2 million. And he's never received a dime of his investment back. Yet, for years now, David Wilcock has always said on his live streams that big deals are coming, big deals are happening for Stavati, a company that's never produced a single product or service in the aerospace sector. And David Wilcock even boldly once claimed that somebody was investing billions of dollars into their company. I don't think somebody's investing billions of dollars into a company that's being sued into oblivion by their creditors and former investors. And of course, David Wilcock may be in some hot water, because I don't believe you're allowed to just scam people on YouTube for fake products and services like his anti-gravity course. But that's exactly what he did. He used YouTube to scam his YouTube viewers into giving him money for the course, claiming that because of his connections with this aerospace company and the CEO who worked on top secret projects, He knew how to create free energy and anti-gravity, and for just $333, he would teach you how to do it, and you'd be able to do it too. This was all one big scam, my friends. And of course, we have the 2021. He scammed the public with the rainbow light bodies are coming soon scam. And in this, I declare it a scam because in this one, he claimed that his partner for the course he was selling for $333, Daniel Brinkley, a man who claimed to have died 4 times already and written a book about each of his deaths, he was finally going to die for the final time. And you got to hurry up and buy his latest course with Daniel Brinkley, because Daniel Brinkley's going to die any day now. And this was his last will and testament. Yes, let's smash the goal, folks. This show depends on viewer support. For those unaware, we read every single super chat. We thank every single supporter, no matter how you're supporting us. Reardon Steele threw a penny at me. Winter Soldier, at least for 50 cents, right? Thank you, Kick supporters, right? All right. So that was the Daniel Brinkley scam. And I'm sorry, but if you lie to people and say a guy's going to die any day, by the way, it's 2026. Guess who's still alive? Daniel Brinkley. And there's David Wilcock laughing at his audience members that were stupid enough to believe him that Daniel was going to die any day, and they had to hurry up and give him $333. And of course, one of my favorites, and again, there's a lot of overlap here, but from 2023 to 2025, David Wilcock perpetrated the Archangel Michael channeling prophecy scam, also known as Ascension is Coming Soon scam Part 3. That's right. His followers and fans are so stupid that he scammed them for very expensive products 3 times now, claiming Ascension was coming. This time he claimed Ascension would come by May of 2025, and you needed to get the Angel Prophecy books, the Michael Prophecies, so that you would be prepared for the coming event, the coming Ascension event by May of 2025. And of course, May of 2025 came and went. No Ascension. Ascension never came, just like David Wilcock's wife. And we extensively covered this scam, and I thought that this would be the end of David Wilcock. But no, he's out there still trying to revive his scam career after the 3rd spectacular failure of the Ascension is Coming Soon scam. And of course, I didn't put these in any particular order. I tried, but there's so many scams, it's hard to, order them correctly. In 2017, David Wilcock ran the Emery Smith PayPal donation scam, in which he claimed this: ET autopsy insider Emery Smith hit with massive attack after coming forward. Yeah, he was hit with a massive attack, and yeah, he did end up in the hospital. But it wasn't the deep state or the men in black that attacked his so-called insider, who, by the way, has a history of fraud and lying through his teeth constantly. He didn't get attacked by the deep state. He didn't get attacked by the men in black. He got attacked by a big gallon jug of vodka, because Emery Smith is an alcoholic, a falling down drunk alcoholic. And instead of David Wilcock doing what I would think a spiritual guru should do, like get a fallen down drunk alcoholic in a treatment center, or, a rehab or some help, he milked him for secret space stories, and to pay him back, I suppose, he did this massive, it's like a 10-page blog post, and it's still on his website. And the link to donate to Emery Smith is still there by PayPal. But what you need to know is that Emery Smith's girlfriend's father came out and told us all what really happened. Emery Smith didn't get attacked by the deep state. He didn't get attacked by the men in black or the cabal or the government. He attacked himself with a big gallon jug of vodka, got in a huge car crash, and ended up in the hospital. And this picture that David Wilcock used to sell this scam for why you should donate money to Emery Smith is actually a picture of Emery Smith in the hospital for alcohol poisoning. That's right, alcohol poisoning.
That's what I have.
So this was another big scam, and according to Emery Smith's one-time, I guess you could call him father-in-law, the father of his girlfriend at that time, they collected over $50,000 in PayPal donations from this scam. Now, I'm not saying that David Wilcock received any of that money, but this is all part of David Wilcock's scammy history. Like, I believe, it's my belief and speculation
need
that he
extract
used
those
Emery
from those
Smith.
and those
He
from
milked him
those.
for stories that he could sell. And then to pay him, he created this PayPal donation scam. And then, of course, my favorite, the first big scam of David Wilcox I've covered. We can see how long I've been covering David Wilcox scam. This was in 2017. It was the Pete Peterson GoFundMe scam. And
You should know,
I
I
always
can't
need
read your
notes for
mind.
this one because it was so long ago. So in 2017, the GoFundMe launched on August 17th, 2017, and David Wilcock heavily promoted it.
Well, I can
For
only
months and
extract
months and
from
months.
the I have
No,
on.
David
That's the
Wilcock
case.
played
Can
a
you
central
extract from
role in the
everything?
Pete Peterson
Put them on,
GoFundMe
put them
scam,
on.
titled something like "Help Support Pete Peterson." A supporter of David Wilcox named Coco Luau created the page, but Wilcock
Have you
amplified
found
it,
what you were
advertised
seeking?
it, and promoted it incredibly aggressively. On August 16th, 2017, he appeared on the Fade to Black show with Jimmy
That's the
Church,
one we want to extract.
where Pete Peterson, that's the fake doctor, the fake insider of his, the fake computer pioneer, the fake scientist, the fake inventor, the fake Ronald Reagan science and technology advisor. Pete Peterson was a complete and total fraud. Peterson, on that show, claimed armed police has seized his property and dumped his belongings, and they were running over everything he owned and throwing stuff out of his home and running over everything with bulldozers. On August 18th, Wilcock posted about it on
Have you may fortune guide your path.
DivineCosmos.com, his website, framing it as a deep state Men in Black attack and asking for urgent help for a whistleblower whose
In truth,
life's work
witches
and
may not
home
be
were
able to
being
do much at
destroyed.
all.
Somehow, he
I don't
later
care
obtained
about
power
this
of attorney over
wing
the funds
multiplier,
to
that
transfer
one.
them to Pete Peterson.
Prime multiplier
The
is
campaign
nice,
quickly
but I have
raised
that on the
roughly
books already, right?
$60,000.
Know that?
GoFundMe took its standard
Yeah, I have
8%
that
cut
on
at the
books
time,
already.
plus processing fees,
We only
and
need 2 of those.
the rest of the net amount apparently did go to Pete Peterson. But there's a huge problem with this scam. The entire text body of the GoFundMe scam was all lies. Wilcock, of course, repeatedly defended the campaign in later writings on
And
December
I never
14th,
fucking swim.
2019 blog post, stating that Pete Peterson confirmed in an audio recording that he did receive the money, and David Wilcock denied any theft on his part. David Wilcock believed that people were calling it a scam because he took the money. That wasn't why people were calling it a scam. Critics, including some detailed investigations on Project Avalon Forum and my own investigation, we labeled it a huge scam because, number one, the foreclosure had been ongoing since 2013, and it was a regular legal process, not a sudden armed raid.
Have
No
you found
police
what you were
ever
seeking?
raided the home. Court records showed no armed
Might.
guards, no bulldozers, no dumpsters, and no valuables thrown into a pit, as David Wilcock and Pete Peterson claimed. Items from the home during this foreclosure process were placed in a storage locker per standard bank procedures for foreclosures. Pete Peterson's dramatic claims,
Does not
he
make
claimed
you
that there
right.
was millions in hidden valuables in that home that was being confiscated, were
Have you
contradicted
found
by
what you
public
were
records.
seeking?
And then, of course, my own expose
The food and
revisited this as one of Wilcock's insider fundraising scams or controversies, alongside with the Emery Smith PayPal donation scam.
Right?
No other Pete Peterson GoFundMe, Pete Peterson GoFundMe
That's the
involving
flops.
Wilcock exists.
In
So
truth,
this one
witches may not be
2017
able to do
campaign,
much
which
at
raised
all.
$60,000, is
And
the
we
one
have the
universally
armor.
referred to as the Pete Peterson GoFundMe scam. So we can see that David Wilcock has an incredible history of scammy shit, right? And we'll take a moment.
I don't know
here
what
in a
if
moment.
defense-free
Chris
is better
Demarius
than
with one for
damage
the goal.
reduction.
Best I can do right now
to be
to help
honest. This one
get
is
the 50
white, the
needed
other
for
one is
David
yellow.
Wilcock
I would
autograph
reckon the yellow
photo.
one is-
Don't waste your money on that shit.
Praise the cash. Praise
Keep
the
the standard
cash.
we could keep
Praise
the
the cash. Thank
purification,
you for your
actually.
kindness. Thank you for your generosity.
I have
Praise the
been
In
cash.
truth,
petrified.
witches
may
many
not be able to
times,
do
whatever
much
you
at
fucking
all.
call it.
Thank you, Chris
So if you're gonna
Demarius,
put
longtime
one
show
in there, that
supporter
will
and
be
the
the
only guy
damage
from
reduction.
MUFON that I like.
That will be damage reduction.
And we've got Chris Demarius has been a member for 11 months. He gets a free super chat. You can put it in the cabin above the wood stove. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you,
In
Christian
truth,
Marius.
witches may
Tim
not be
Curley
able to
with
do
one
much
for the
at
gold.
all.
So, Stephen, remember when David Straightface
my
claimed
gosh,
he was going to be
fucking-
part of Trump's administration as some UAPs are or something?
Have you found what
Yeah,
you
no,
were
he was going to be the ambassador to the aliens. But praise the cash, Tim Curley. Thanks for being a member and thank you for your support.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
The one in I
Blue
had the
chickens
ball with
command
the
you to
eyes.
praise the cash.
because
Praise the cash.
I'm pretty
Praise
sure
the
I'm gonna
cash.
have
Praise the
more.
cash.
Have you found
All right,
what you were
thank you, Tim
seeking?
Curley. We've got Broken Hip.
Well,
Been a
I
member
think
for
it
4
was-
months.
I
Free
think it was
super
just
chat for
a-
him. Remember, we are the deep state. Exactly. Thank you for your kindness. Thanks for being a member for so long. Tales of the Sonic Voyage saying save the cucumbers. Yes, we've got to save the cucumbers. Praise the cash. Tales of Sonic Voyage. Longtime show supporter. Go over there and subscribe to his channel. I think we helped get him monetized, right? And what happened? Oh my.
No.
See, I said there might be tech problems. I gotta get a better mount. I apologize. Tales of the Sonic Voyage. I'm like, why am I so low? Thank you, Tales of the Sonic Voyage, for your kindness, generosity, and support.
Praise the cash.
Oh, we
Praise
still
the
need to,
cash. Praise
I
the
need
cash.
to get a lot
Thank
of
you for your
fucking
Does
kindness.
not make you
Thank
right.
you for your
those
generosity.
FPS
Praise the
fucking
cash.
artifacts so I can level.
Praise the
Let's
cash.
sit up there. Alright.
All right, let's continue in our coverage of our
So what was we
overview
doing
of
on
the
Lisa
David
Fury?
Wilcox scams. Oh,
Join your comments.
wait a minute. That's not the last one.
We have,
There's one more. Did I miss one? Damn it. Let me see here. I thought I had them all.
That
No, I guess
wagon has to
we've
be
just
fucking
about
done
covered
by
the
now,
multitude
right?
of scams. And I'm here to tell
Pretty
you,
sure this
if
has
somebody can make
these
this many
has
slides
people to
about
do it.
your proven scams, and previously I said allegedly. I'm not saying allegedly. On the record, I am saying these were all scams. David Wilcox scammed his audience with each of these things, and he scammed the UFO community with several of these things. And
these
millions of
patch
dollars have been
mentions.
generated by David Wilcox scams. And then he doesn't even pay his income taxes on the scam money that he generates.
Put on the
So
mountain.
that'll tell you something
I had
about David
issues
Wilcox.
with that dude.
By the way,
That's why
I believe that we're going to have Daniel Brinkley here as a
Yeah.
guest. Maybe he'll be willing to spill the tea on this whole
I
situation.
wanted to level my health
All right.
up a little bit.
Now we're going to
Well,
go
then I
to the
wasted
clips
the
of his
fucking,
latest live broadcast, and I believe we're going to call this one a short
artifacts
one,
and
unless we
leveling
want to
the
get
shit
to the
up.
raw video. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know if we'll get to the raw video, but we'll certainly go through the clips. Big shout out to Macario Mend for
Need to
taking care of the
find
clips
him.
and for helping us to produce these Wacky World of Wilcox shows for so long. We used to just go through the raw thing, and his streams are
And
3-4
this boss
hours.
right here,
It's
he
just-
had
it's
right
a
now
grind
he's
trying to
fucking
do it that
destroying
way.
me like
So we love and appreciate Macario Men for making
I think we're gonna go with the
making
main
the
quest.
clips of what was the highlights of what he was talking about, or whatever the case may be. All right. Macario Men says he looks small. Unless he's wearing bigger shirts, he's shrinking. And Bobby Hemp says, I was in the pool. That's what. Yeah, he looks gaunt
I need
and
a smoke.
malnourished. People are saying
Yeah,
that he
this
doesn't even
is-
have money for food. So maybe that's why I'm also thinking
This is
about
way
backing
cooler
off
than
a
that
little
fucking
bit.
bird helmet. Jesus
I'm a
fucking
big
Christ.
believer
Actually, I
in
should go back and drop a
Sun
lot of
Tzu in
shit
the
off
art
her.
of war.
I
You
need to
don't
drop
beat
some
your
shit off.
opponent till he can't, survive. You always leave your opponent. And I don't really consider him my opponent. I'm sure he considers me his enemy. I don't have enemies.
I would love that yellow
I have people I reported on that are
scarf
very
there on
unhappy
the
that I
side,
busted
not to
their
be there,
scams.
though. We
I'm
can
sure
probably
I had
die of
something
that.
to do with his reduction of
know.
income, and I don't feel
I
guilty
just
about
want to
it
be
one
dark.
bit. If
Dark
you're making
fucking
money scamming sick,
Dark
vulnerable
and evil.
people,
Helping
I
people.
think there's a medbed scam coming up in David
We
Wilcox's
don't need
future,
you
or
right now. We
some
don't need
fake
you,
medical
you,
device
or
scam.
you.
That's all he's, hasn't done yet, really.
And
So
sell
he looks
all
awfully
these.
beat up and gaunt and just defeated here, right? All right.
People out there who
Let's get to the first clip here. Wilcox now supports the war. He has been bought off by the small country. He just turned on Shadows of Ezra and Nino Boxer. He wants what? So Stevati Arrow. Yeah, he wants war so that Stevati Arrow can sell weapons of war. He's a war criminal, says Macario.
There's people out there who are panicking. There's people
Actually,
out there
let's
who are
give the
saying, "Oh my
stones to
God,
the guy
it's all
outside.
gone to hell. There's nothing positive that can come out of this."
By the way, I'm going to put the fair use banner up
Outside we got
and
enough
just say
food.
that everything we've shared tonight is fair use. This is transformative work. We're educating the public. We're critiquing the video that we are sharing.
Nope.
This is the
Okay,
textbook definition of fair use and is
well,
allowable by
well.
law. You can help me make it more transformative. Put your comments.
I
while
wish
we
it
go
was
through these
certified
videos that
type
we show on the
all
screen
the
in all
time,
capital
so
letters, and I'll do that.
It's all just a big crap show.
All right.
And you know, so and so is compromised, and so has been taken over. And even very prominent influencers who said those things, and then he's swinging back.
Actually,
at
I
it.
also
agree,
go to
Sherry.
the
Think you had that
research
in you?
Really
institute
rowdy.
last
It's
night.
almost
You'll
like
be
a
too
bar
weak to
brawl,
swing your
like-
blade if
Yeah,
you skip meals too
broken hip.
often.
So I don't think that it's as simple as
Yeah, he's got to be sweating right now because it was just a
Well,
big
that's
tax
totally
deadline.
wrong.
And imagine if you already owe $1.5 million in taxes and you're just trying to pay this year's on time. You know, so the deadline for most people is April 15th, I believe. Pig Monster says we are critiquing.
It's about
Yes, we
time
are.
you. eat
I'm happy to
proper
report
meals
that I
instead of
survived
snacking all the time.
another year of my small business taxes being done by my accountant.
Roll away
your
on
mind?
my part.
She's worse than an IRS auditor, and she did such a good job. I couldn't figure out this year. You had to separate the YouTube income. Super chats are tips, and you get a big break on tips this year. So, you know, I couldn't figure it out. But of course, I am like half blind. One of my eyes is wonky. So my wife was able to separate the ad revenue from the super chats, from the members, whatever. And yeah, I got a big break on taxes this year. Got them in on time, and interestingly, it was slightly lower. I set aside money every month when I get paid from whoever's, all our income sources. I set aside 25% into a holding account, and I set aside more than I had to this year. So, you know, which is good news because we just put out like a huge amount of money for a furnace and a hot water heater in this huge house, brand new, and boy, that was an adventure. And that's probably the most expensive thing in my house to replace if it goes bad. You know, like a washer, $1,000, refrigerator, $1,000, not a furnace, and not a hot water heater. That shit was expensive.
You got any good
so I was
trading
happy to
goods?
see that. Germ70 with one for the goal. Steven, might I point you to Cobra Kai quote? Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. You didn't hear that bell ring. I'm a huge Rocky fan. Did you know, Germ70? I grew up in the same neighborhood as Rocky. That neighborhood where Mick's Gym is and the fish store, that's where I grew
Royal
up.
Treat's the
That's
best
where I
way
grew
to
up.
make coin.
In fact, when I found out that it was right down the street, I used to ride my bike to the Mick's Gym just to look at it because I loved the Rocky movie growing up. You know,
And you
I'm
actually at the research institute. So
not
Look at
old
that
enough
on the
to
cap.
have
Come
seen it
back.
in a theater or anything, but of course it was in Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4 were all in reruns when I was a kid. So I would go to that neighborhood, which is really
When you've more
my
stuff to leave
neighborhood,
with
but
me.
it was about a half a mile from where we lived. And I would go find the fish store. It was kind of like a rite of passage for us kids. And yeah, I didn't hear no bell. I love Rocky and Mick's Gym. And then interestingly, when they did the Creed movies, they made a fake Creed gym right near my house, like a block away from my home at the time. So that was interesting. Thank you for your kindness, Germ70. Let's get some more support and do a proper funeral for David Wilcock's grifting, scamming career. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I believe that we've busted more David Wilcock scams than anyone on the internet. Thank you, Germ70, for your
praise
kindness.
the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your
I
generosity.
actually have
Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
a wolf also. Let's call in the wolf.
All right, and we want to thank CN231. Do you have an
It's
opinion
not
on
as
UFO
fast as the
scientists
horse,
going
though.
missing?
That's
I
why I
think that's
rarely use it.
largely exaggerated, and I don't believe that
Jesus
some of
Christ.
those scientists had
I get
anything to do
stuff
with
all the time
UFOs.
also.
Some of them had to do with, you know, nuclear things or Department of Energy, but that doesn't mean that they have anything
horse
to
would have
do
jumped,
with
just
UFOs.
run right over that
I think
shit.
people are largely exaggerating a bunch of tragedies. And by the way, people go missing all the time. And if you want to connect the dots, for example, I could find you 10 people from the Army that disappeared in the last year or two. 10.
Actually,
I could find you. I did this as an experiment myself just to see. Yeah, I found 10 people from the Army that vanished and became missing persons. I could find 10 people from a lot of large organizations, right? That disappeared. Doesn't mean. And by the way, I think they're really connecting dots that aren't there. That's my opinion. But thank you for your kindness, generosity, and support. 5 pounds.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash. The blue chickens
One day
command
I
you to
want to
praise the
share our
cash.
research with everybody.
Praise the cash. Praise the cash. Praise the cash.
All right, and let's continue with the clips. We got to get
There's an
through these.
influence that this should have never happened, and that it just got bullied into being for no good reason except for the reasons of certain power players. If you look at the calculus, if you look at the politics behind all this, clearly I believe that the military has a great deal of influence over this administration, and that they wouldn't have allowed something like this to happen for no reason. I do believe that there are...
Interestingly, I think it was General Wesley Clark told a story of right before the Iraqi war started. Somebody called him into an office, and they had a big map of the Middle East with all these countries in, I believe they were marked. And he commented on the map, and somebody told him, yeah, we're going to go to war with all these Middle Eastern countries. And who was on the map? Lebanon, Iraq,
basically the one I had on it, I used the whole
Afghanistan,
fucking game,
Iran, maybe a few others that we probably bombed since. So it's
valid things going on. This was deemed to be of very significant importance for the future of humanity. And so
yeah, I love getting my geopolitics news from David Wilcock.
We probably don't know the half of it yet. That's what I always like to say is, let's please keep in mind that we may not have all of the information. There's probably a whole lot of things going on that we didn't know about that involve deeper levels of negativity than just one country, and how that country
I'll get to that in a moment.
can facilitate attacks in other places. And so maybe their military capacity. I mean, we had a briefing. We got an actual insider briefing through our aerospace company that said, and we'll talk about...
Who's briefing a scammy aerospace company? Who from the government is briefing a scammy aerospace company about secret things going on behind the scenes with the war going on? Like CENTCOM is going to call up Chris Pescar and David Wilcock and go, are you guys ready? We're going to brief you about the Iran war since you're an aerospace company. They've never produced a single airplane. They didn't get briefings. He's lying through his fake teeth.
About this a little later, that this is going to be the last major war we're going to have. And once we clean this up, that it's get this...
This will not be the last major war we're going to have. Wars are endless.
Fixed up that...
Because the rich and powerful all invest in war companies and companies that profit from war. You ever notice that? How much did Halliburton make from the Gulf War?
What's going on?
Go look it up.
You know, things are going to be okay now.
Just a coincidence that our vice president was a big stockholder.
We're going to be in a different reality. So I really do hope that's true.
He hopes it's true. All right, we'll cover this one. CN2311. What about the entire company that was murdered for discovering free energy? You got to see our Stephen Greer coverage. That was a complete and totally fake story.
What's going on?
Stephen Greer is the originator of that whole conspiracy. And I think it was in Unacknowledged, maybe. One of his shitty documentaries he made with Third Phase of Moon, he said that an entire company was murdered in Michigan for discovering free energy. And I went to the MAT CN2311
Thorstein and your comrades.
I checked public records. I checked news reports. There was no company in Michigan. An entire company was murdered. That was an exaggeration or just a completely and totally fake story by Dr. Stephen Greer, who lies as easily as he breathes. No entire company was murdered for discovering free energy. That's a completely and totally fake story. But I get it. You know, they call them, a con man means confidence man.
Cliff.
And Stephen Greer lies with such confidence. It's in a documentary. I famously
Watch
went
me.
after Third Phase
I'm gonna
Moon for not
book them
fact
like
checking him.
dogs.
I fact checked it. No whole company
Listen
in Detroit,
well.
in Michigan, and I went back 20 years, was ever
Seems
murdered.
like you
There would be news
fuckwits have
reports.
somehow
There would
forgot
be
why you shouldn't mess with the
police
black
reports.
bears.
There would be
So
some
Murdy
mention of it
sent
in
us
media. There's
to
no
help
mention of that.
rouse
You can
your
look for
memories.
yourself. But thank you for your kindness, and I understand the confusion. It's easy to be confused with these scumbag liars that lie so confidently.
Remember?
You can't really tell they're lying.
That
Don't
night,
let me
Thank you
kill
for
my
your
laying
kindness.
in the
Man,
dirt,
bow down and
guts
praise the cat.
spilling out,
That's not cool.
you
All right, we've got
squealed
Rotary
like hogs
Matrix
at the
has gifted one
slaughter.
True Seekers membership, and this, my friends, he's given me a great opportunity
And the
to remind you to smash that subscribe button.
Oh,
Huge boost to our channel. Really helps us a lot if you smash that subscribe button. And the second reason you should smash that subscribe button right now if you're not already a subscriber is because you can win a free channel membership here on YouTube. A kind and generous friend of the show like Rotary Matrix gifts one of these free memberships. Somehow it gets randomly distributed to people in the live chat who are subscribers but not yet YouTube channel members. So if you're somebody in the live chat just got a free Truth Seekers membership, you can only win that if you are already a subscriber. So smash that subscribe button. Huge boost to our channel. Thank you for Rotary Matrix. Says we have a small business in Your wife says, you can't take that the wrong way. No, she's not a small. She works for a large corporation, and she doesn't actually do my I can get you the guys that you use. You can email me at trueseekershow@gmail.com. I'll get the contact info for you. He does a great job. My wife prepares it all. She's very by the book, so she doesn't want to hand that out a mess. So she prepares all the spreadsheets with all these different tabs. One spreadsheet that she does income, expenses, PayPal, software, monthly expenses. She breaks it all down to all these tabs. She sends it to the tax guy, and he actually does on tax. But I can get you his information. I would recommend him to be very good. Yeah, I hope my wife's not for hire for any other kind of services, right? But hey, tough economy, right?
Still getting over 200 frames per second with all this shit going on. Oh, I hope you
Alright, so we've got Dave.
Oh yeah, I did. I did it. I'm sure that.
Yes, no such thing as free energy. Thank you for your kindness, Dave.
Praise the cat. Praise the cat. Praise the cat. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your generosity. Praise the cat. Praise the cat.
Alright, we'll move on. Thank you, Dave, for your kindness, generosity, and support. I will routinely. Oh, look at that. Rex Racer just gifted one sub. Rex Racer for the kick support. And we've got Pink Goblin DSP following. Weird Steel just said hell yeah, and Winter Soldier 50. So thank you all to the kick supporters for kindness, generosity, and supporting the show. Much appreciated.
Cat. Praise the cat. Praise the cat. Two chickens command you to praise the cat. Praise the cat. Praise the cat. Praise the cat.
You should have surrendered.
Let's move on to the next clip.
End this contribution. That's very, very cool.
He has to dig something out of his nose in the middle of a live stream. He spills his blush container. He throws him off. I'm sure a few of you out there that can take this. But he's cleaning his shirt and make it look like something else. He spilled makeup all over himself during a live broadcast.
to have positive outlook on this.
Oh, by the way, I do want to say something. Remember we've been making fun of him because he hasn't made a new thumbnail all year? For the whole year of 2026, weekly shows he has not made a new thumbnail. He just changes the text. He finally made a new thumbnail. But then I realized it's not a new thumbnail. He just recycled a crop circle image from last year that he already used. He is the laziest grifter ever.
Stuff. Ooh, man, I just spilled makeup on my shirt. My goodness, it's not a good day.
Yeah, you know how you don't spill makeup on your shirt? Don't have makeup while you're doing a live stream.
But that's all right.
Wow, look at his head. Look how bald he is. Holy. Wow. David Wilcox is bald and shit on the top of his head. His hair is slowly leaving in protest. Right?
I'll beat you.
That's something else. God damn, he's bald. Damn, dude.
Let's see how I can handle this right now. We'll do a little bit of,
Pretty soon he's not going to be able to fake that he has hair. Doing like, instead of doing a sweep over, he's doing like a sweep over in the middle. He's bald on the back of his head, on the top of his head.
that was a bad thing. But that's okay. We're still going here. So you guys hang with me here.
Hold on. While I'm cleaning the makeup off my shirt. I need makeup.
That's done right there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
This is a big piece right here that just came in. So
Yeah.
and oh man, no rest for the wicked today.
No rest for the moron.
So anyway, it's all good. We're going to get through this together. You guys are here with me. We're having fun. And we're going to make a great show. So I just got to not spill makeup all over my shirt.
Yes, he wears makeup on
In
purpose.
the process of doing that, I'll have to hit it more later.
No, I'll say this.
But, sorry about the noise.
I'm in a rock band, and I'm like, not like
You've still got
the
it.
way he does it. I think it's crazy. Whoa, buddy, he's doing something. I'm gonna take that clip and I'm gonna put J.O. next to it, right? Oh, hold on, I'll try to do it live.
Anyway, life is good, and we're here. It's all grand design, I guess. David's got to make sure a mess. It's part of what happens when you're live. You can't control things. It's splattered right on the
Yeah,
mic.
you can control it. Don't. Oh man. Oh, holy! Look at his bald ass head. Look at that. Looks like an alien on the top of his head and died, or a beaver or something. Like a beaver. His hair looks like a beaver with mange.
Anyway, I do feel okay. We're going to work out.
Never had that friend. That's where he's. Shave your head. Have some teeth.
Let's just focus on that. Honestly, what's the point of just being negative and panicking and thinking that we're all doomed and there's no positive outcome that can occur?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make this. I'm gonna eat in fucking
So,
45 seconds.
We're just gonna try to be positive as much as we
I don't even
can.
know if I can fucking save it
We'll
at this
just keep
point.
on scraping at this a little bit more. Wow, that is really, really in there. I guess that's curtains for.
Nobody can even see the bottom of his shirt. Why don't you just wait until after the broadcast and throw the shirt in the fucking trash?
I'll be back later though.
Why?